Okay, I think it's on and it's working. Woo! So in this video, and I got glasses. Yes, they're not prescription, but they're cute. This video, I just want to talk about my experience with clubs at New Paltz University. I made a video about it before, and I was very nice about it. But I think in this video, I'm still gonna be nice. But in this video, I think I'm gonna talk about what really happened. I was in a club called Realistically Embracing All Ladies. The term does not fit what happens in that club. That club is really the most unprofessional and gross club I've ever taken part of in a school. But I was a part of a very toxic club called Real at New Paltz University. And when I first joined, I thought that, sorry, I have a little cold, so I may sound a little stuffy. I thought that the club was going to be about embracing women and coming together. And I thought with the new people that were in the club, there was one queer person in the club besides just me. There was another, or I would say no, there was three. There was three queer people, including myself. And I thought it was going to be more accepting of everyone and this and that. And then I got in it and I slowly started to see that it was the most toxic club I could have joined in a 4-year school. That club is specifically, it's supposed to be about having fashion shows to embrace who we are, embrace all bodies, embrace all colors, come together as a community, minority community as well, and encourage people that are not in the minority community to come together and support all people, all colors, all sizes, all genders, all races. It was supposed to be a good meaning. And I got in it, and it was all about a fashion show. It was about who's going to dress better, who's going to be better than this club, who's going to be better than that club. There was a lot of I don't know, I would say for young adults, and I was of age and I still didn't feel comfortable drinking or anything around those people, but it was really gross. There was one meeting where we had to basically talk about an after party. So New Paltz does this thing where they have these after parties, and I was probably 23 or 22 at the time when I joined. Everyone else was probably 17, 18, 19, whatever. I just didn't feel a need to be doing all that. I can go out to a lounge, I can go to the club, I can do whatever I want. I'm of age, I'm grown. But for them, it was everything. It meant everything to them, and they would do anything if anybody got in front of their way of doing that. And one meeting, everybody's sitting around in the meeting, and they're all saying the president of the club that year, and this was, I think it was 2020 through 2021 I was in the club, or 2022. I don't remember, but I remember I was new. I didn't stay that long. And the president was like, all right, who's going to pitch in money for alcohol? Da, 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 da. And I'm sitting there I'm not doing that. And I said that. I said, I'm not doing that. I don't feel comfortable doing that. I was over the age of 21. Everyone else was under the age of 21. Anything happens, it's on my hands. I'm the one that's going to jail. I'm the one that's getting arrested. So I was not cool with that. I was like, no. And they had mean looks at me, and they were just ooh, she's not a team player kind of look. And I just was like, well, whatever. I'm just here to, first of all, the fashion show. And then secondly, I'm here to do whatever other events that align with that brings people together. So I had a lot of cool ideas being in that club. I brought them to the table. Nobody liked them. But then it was just when no one ever said anything, I would say something and bring something up oh, let's do this, let's do that. President liked it, but then I guess other people got jealous because of it. And it was just so gross and chaotic the way they did it too. It was not fun. And I think the second straw, and I got kicked out of that club. I got kicked out of that club, and I'm about to tell you why. I remember a meeting, and they were kicking black females out of the club left and right. I think about 4 black females got kicked out that year for attendance and other stuff, and telling people the name of the theme or whatever. It was crazy. I was like, nobody signed an NDA. This is not Survivor. New Paltz University treats school clubs like it's Survivor. I'm like, you guys need to chill. You need to be focused on your academics, because I'm telling you now, people in these school clubs, culture clubs, all that popularity clubs, they be failing their classes left and right and getting fired from their jobs, but they will make it on time to see every single meeting and every single school club gathering, because popularity is very important to them. Popularity ain't important to me. I'm popular. Me. I make myself popular, not nobody else. So that's fact number 1. But the big straw that broke the camel's back was one meeting. It was like right before we were getting to the nitty gritty of the show, and one of the presidents, and remind you they're younger than me, goes, "Oh, you gonna drive somebody to Kingston, right, for us with spray paint and da 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 on their body?" I said, "Excuse me?" I said, "I know you don't think that I'm the one that's gonna be doing that. No, thank you. I'm not responsible for anybody that comes into my you coming into my vehicle. You are a minor. I have to drive you around. No, this is a school club, remind you, and they wanted you to do so much. They wanted you literally to flunk out of your classes. Your classes were never first in mind with a lot of these culture clubs. It's about popularity and keeping it going, keeping it pushing, being in control. And literally, like, after my falling out with Realistically Embracing the Ladies, that really terrible, terrible culture club I was in, come to find out, a lot of people literally dropped out of their classes. A lot of people got fired from their jobs. A lot of people left their jobs. And I was just like, for what? A fashion show and popularity? Your academics come first. Your money, your bag comes first. Not a school club. So it was like terrible the way it ended too, because like a group of them decided to come together and like say that they were uncomfortable. And yes, those words, uncomfortable, very, very serious words in today's realm with the Me Too movement, everything. I was disgusted to hear them say that in a meeting. They like ambushed me and said, "You make us feel uncomfortable." And I asked them kindly, I said, "How?" Crickets. Crickets. And there was somebody from student association that got kicked out of that same club I was in, Realistically Embracing the Ladies, sitting in that room because they're on the student association board or whatever, or was the president. It was a black female too, and it was very sad. And she sat there and let them bully me during that meeting. In that meeting, I did say, like, right after, because they like, "Oh, we have to deliberate." I sat in the hallway and cried, and I said in front of a bunch of people that I want to unalive myself. I said that for the first time ever in my life. I've never thought about doing that, but because I was like, why would a whole bunch of people out of nowhere make some stuff up about me? Why would they come at me like this? I ain't never do nothing to them. And once again, all they kept saying was I made them feel uncomfortable. I'm not a team player. And this is a school club for a fashion show. A fashion show. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. This is the way students are acting. Specifically, minority 17 and 18-year-old students are acting like this is like you signed an NDA, you signed your life away. This is the fashion show of the year. You are in the popular girls club. Get with it or get out. And I was so appalled. I thought I was in a club because we were going to make a difference. We were going to do things. We were going to come together as a community. I thought I saw myself in the New Paltz minority community. And then I realized that the New Paltz University minority community is very harmful. It's very harmful. And I truly don't feel it's a great place for a black woman to be, or a black girl. So I'm making this video for a black girl. I'm making this video for a black woman. I'm making this video for a queer individual. Please do not join New Paltz University clubs and organizations. I know it's tough. I know it's hard. But when I tell you, you will save yourself from the trauma. And it's a school club. I got traumatized from that. I got traumatized. Like, it took me like maybe like a year to get over that situation because I was fighting. I went to like higher ups and talked to them about it at New Paltz University. No one did anything. And you know what I got from a lot of these higher ups? What they said? We fear retaliation for you. We fear that this is going to cause a war. Quotation marks. We fear retaliation. That's what I got. They were so afraid of retaliation that they said, we cannot help you. We know you're a whistleblower and you're telling the truth, but we cannot help you because we fear retaliation. And a business person in the Department of Student Organization, not going to say names, an individual, a faculty member, said to me that if I understand you're a whistleblower, but if I act upon this and I shut down the club and I do this and that, then I'm going to have 1 million parents calling me and saying, why was this school club that my son or my daughter or my she, they, tree, whatever you want to call it, is in, got shut down. It's about money. It's about money. So your health, Your mental health, your physical health, your well-being, and your bag matters more. Like, it should matter more to you than this school, because this school don't care about it. They care about their bag. They care about your loans. They care about your loans. So there's deeper stuff I can go into, but I want to go into like maybe a Patreon to go in about it, on like the crazy things that club did to get me out of it, which was psycho. And it makes me cringe thinking about all this stuff. Like, after it happened to me, when they kicked me out and were brutal about it and bullying and cyber stalking me afterwards, it took me a while to come together, but then I had people come to me that were in that circle and outside of that circle a little bit and tell me, like, this is how it happened, this is what they did. And no one ever apologized to me, but I did see a couple people drop out of the school. I saw a couple people graduate as well, but it was people that were really into culture clubs that end up just not doing well, or they end up leaving with nothing, which is kind of sad. I would say overall from that experience, I learned that there are people who have insane psycho tendencies and have had trauma in their life, and they can't control anything in their life, so they take it into the workplace and they end up messing up other people's lives. And that is something that I've learned, and that is something that my partner has told me. If you are at a job or a school function or a school class or whatever, and you have somebody being a bully to others, you have somebody that is just trying to destroy other people and put them down to the point that they just don't feel like being around, walking around on this earth. If you have somebody that's that mean, that means that somebody has done that to them. Somebody has done that to them. And they feel that the only way to solve that trauma is to keep doing it to other people. And you don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that person. So overall, my message to black girls, and once again, this video is for everybody, but just black girls, stay strong. You don't need nobody. You don't need no group. You don't need no sorority. You don't need no organization. If you in between the ages of 17 and I'm going to say like 30. I'm going to say 30 because you really, at that age, you really feel like you need to be a part of a group. You need to be a part of something. But no, you need to be a part of yourself. You need to be making it for yourself. Can't nobody do that. Can't nobody do that besides you. Make it for yourself. And that's what I'm doing, making these YouTube videos. Because the same people that bullied me from that club, Realistically Embracing All Ladies, they are not making YouTube videos. They not shining and grinding. They not getting their bag like me. So it's like, you got to think about yourself. Don't think about them. Like any group, any group. Don't think about them. Don't think about people who are watching you either. Think about yourself and what it means to you. So, that's my little spiel. I know it was a little bit long of a video. I hope that some people get through the whole thing and really listen through the whole thing, because what happened to me was terrible, and there's more. I want to try and make a Patreon to talk about it so that I can make some coin, but also so that I can see who's watching, because once again, I still got those stalkers out there when they were stalking me from that group. But I am making this video overall for people to see. You can get out of it. You know, and my final message is what I learned from my mother after that whole situation. She said, if you are in a space where you are being tolerated and not celebrated, it is not a space for you to be. It's not worth it. You need to be in a space of celebration of who you are and individuals around you, not toleration. But yeah, bye everyone. I'm gonna make a video again. We're in the same clothes.